Welcome, welcome. It is a Skellige Monday. And we are celebrating Skellige because it's Skellige Monday. Really, we call them Massacre Mondays, but I really need to rename it because, that just is something I can't put on a YouTube video name. But we are where we are. If you have new ideas, post that in the comments. If you want to see more of this, leave a like. If you want to watch more of my face, subscribe. We are naming this Shaken Not Stirred because it's iced. Look, ice is so good. It's a new season. We're just going to walk through my deck. Skellige being one of the biggest changes here, so I really do like Skellige. He's 10 for 7. Great swords are 10 for 6, but sometimes you just need that little extra oomph to get out of round 1, and winning round 1 is superbly helpful. And then we just basically got Haymate Protectors, Morkvarg Hunter. I'm not even bothering with small removal because everybody's playing around it right now, it feels like. So it's not even all that helpful. But basically, you just want to take all of these bronzes and maybe like Jenga, Skellige, and Herkia, and then just put everything else back except for maybe Vabjorn round 1. You just really, really, really want to win round 1. This deck is also named Shaken Not Stirred because that's basically what happened to the meta. We just shook it up a little bit, but not really. There weren't very many changes here. I think we'll see some more spice come out this season, but probably some fatigue by the end of it, if we're being honest. People just a little bit burnt out from seeing nonstop cleavers at the end of the last season. Though I still think it's really not so bad. When Syndicate is best, it's really not as bad as other seasons. Like a couple seasons ago where it was Nilfgaard Lockdown, everybody had Nilfgaard Lockdown cards. Most of it was Bronze Core with cheap locks.
You've got the heart of an unquit.
So it's good. Alright, so like we said, everybody goes back, especially if you get Harald. We don't want Harald round 1. Mill decks could cause you some problems, but you're really usually pretty okay. Judah goes back in deck because they're definitely not going to use her. And we'll put Skjordal back because he's veteran. Alright, it's nice to have iced against what could be a mill deck, just so he doesn't get milled out. And you can still grab these great swords and get them out with iced. And if you are getting milled, you just hold the skill and get value off of him. Start with on-crate Longship here, and we'll just go ahead and give it Veil and Boost. Just easy peasy. Really helpful to set up for our good friend Jenga if you get him. He's just human, which is a little annoying. Like, I don't know. It's just a little annoying. Okay, I like Morkvarg Hunters because they just have a 2-turn cooldown. It just kind of keeps some pressure up. It does suck to miss our good friends Haymays. They are such good engine value in this round 1. But we have Blood Eagle in hand, so we can use Vabjorn onto Raiding Fleet and get some thin out of our deck. Pretty easy to do. And the Sergeant will hold his value to make sure we get all 4 of those bleed points out. We don't need to ping him. Just let it go. Kind of want to force the opponent to put out more units so we can get more value off of some of these others. So one downside to Skellige is you do get that Berserk. Not sure why you would do that, but everybody gets to make choices, I guess. It just gives us a single body that we can kind of perpetually damage. Winning round 1 is where it's at. I didn't see anything that told me this was a mill deck. Could be. We'll see if we get Haymate Protectors. We'll basically just keep the same strategy, but we'll hold on to everything except for iced here. Just keep Judah in deck. And we'll put Hjalmar back. Alright, there we go. And the idea here is basically to just push the opponent out of the round, bleed them for all of their great cards, and then force a really tight round 3 where we can just get phenomenal value off of Iced. Harald missed a warrior target. Well, I guess we have Morkvarg Hunter. He's obviously not great. Let's go ahead and set up to Moonlight Longship here. Then we can get down Haymay Protector, and then we can get down Drum and Berserker.
A highly curious case.
Ooh, Longship. Such fun. Alright, so this is actually kind of convenient for us, because now every time we play something, we can just play it next to Haymay Protector. It'll take damage, but then it'll do damage. Sorry, it'll take damage, but then it'll boost Haymay Protector. So we get value off of him. We might see another Longship. Then here I think we're gonna go for we can't do Jenga right now. He's not a warrior anyway. So I think we will go for Skjordal just to remove this engine. Just keeping up the pressure here. And the opponent might be Devotion. I don't really know one way or the other at this point. Could sub out Skjall for Grimmist if you cared to. So I don't like Joachim against Iced because he just feeds me so much value. Because he almost always plays at least an 11-point unit, and that's into this because Van Norlam Hunter has 1 armor, and he's typically the other play that gets made out of Joachim. So even that's still fantastic value. It sucks to lose him, but we don't really care that much, to be honest. You get damage every time the opponent plays something, opts for something from our hand, and on-crate Raiders is just not going to do it.
Very corpses. Feed our foes to the crabs while they still live. If I go down.
We're just taking Drum and Berserker because he gets conversion value, he procs random damage. We get our Greatsword boosted up here. And we'll play everything down to Iced, and then make the decision at that point. Iced could play for enough value to 2-0 the opponent here.
The Empire will be victorious.
Just a little toxic. We do have Harald in deck, so if we do see Viper Witch or Mentors, they're going to play for a lot of points. Still have 1 more turn before this guy converts to 12 points, so we'll just go for on-crate Raiders. This is kind of a bad damage conversion, especially with Greatsword already at 10. And we have Bloodthirst 2, so we get that discard play, and we can do that with Skjall here. It's the deploy. And here we are going to just go ahead and play Iced because, you know, why not? We get Blood Eagle back onto Harald next turn.
No retreat. Not
So we get a card, and then we're just gonna put Skull back. He gets discarded. We use Blaze of Glory. We get out Judah here. She'll be in our graveyard. Kill him. Take the points. And we'll just slap some damage up in here. Let's go on to the Slave Hunter. Then we get Bloodthirst 3 between 4 units. 3 of which don't natively boost. So this Viper Witcher Mentor is going to be just a little bit sad. I think the opponent here is just going for quad Joachim's, which is really good. It is a great play, but really does struggle against Iced. And here we're just bleeding them for all they've got. They do have Bloodthirst 3 here, so we do get Zeal. And we'll just end out this round up by 28 points. So here the goal with Gator Gaved is to put Joachim back on top of my deck and then play him. We'll see. I'm guessing this is like a ball mix deck. Torius might get him a Viper Witcher Mentor if he's built his deck to get guaranteed 3s. He gets Hunting Pack, which is good tutor value. It's going to get killed though. So he's going to just get out 8 points from that. We're still up by 18 points. So he really needed to roll into double Viper Witcher Mentors. And even if he gets something phenomenal off of this, which it's not, he wouldn't be able to quad play the Joachim. And we still had Hjalmar, Harald, and a few other cards in our deck. So, and Ice gets you just a little bit of consistency. So here you're just seeing, like, he's just still so good. Why would you not play as him, you know? It gets a little bit boring if I'm being honest, so I wouldn't recommend playing this for hours on end. But it's a good way to just kind of mix up your meta, work on your Skellige chain for 25 games to try to get your MMR up there. Or if you're just bashing your head against the wall like I was yesterday, both with my OBS not working for my recordings, but also for some other games just being frustrating. Just more Nilfgaard. More Nilfgaard! Being on red coin is so much better because you can just pair your value precisely to your opponent. We do get Heime here. Vabjorn gets us Blood Eagle, which we can spend late into the round. And I do really like Raiders coming back out, but I get both Great Swords, so I'm okay. But here I'd be rolling the dice onto so many other good cards I don't necessarily want. But we'll do it. Yeah. I have run into a few mill decks, so I don't mind having Iced. This will almost certainly get locked. But the Light Longship has better synergy with the rest of our cards anyway. With the Heime, with the Great Swords. A lock is not a very effective way of getting at this. Okay, we just go for Morkvarg Hunter. Just kind of keep a Bloodthirst up. Double poison to get rid of Uncrate Longship round 1 is something I am perfectly okay with. This also preserves this later for Blood Eagle if we need it. Just gonna throw out a Light Longship. We've got time. There's probably a lot of time left in this round. Alright, the Joachim's a little awkward here in my opinion. Now I will say if you do want to use the 4 provision or 5 provision removals, the raid cards like Stunning Blow and Gutting Slash, you can use those on your own units. And killing off Joachim is just brutal. for opponents here.
What we are.
Just setting up some more bloodthirst here. Just to kind of double cover everything. Now we can drop a greatsword. I do like the new slave infantries, but I don't love them. I think is probably the best description I could give.
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
Now you might say, you're down by 15 points. What are you doing? We're going to be just fine here. So I get the same value either way off of that, so we're just going to drop him here.
On crate!
Should have calculated this just a little bit better. I think I might be off by 1 here. Yeah. Dumb! Not the best.
What? This? From scratch.
Down by 2 cards. It's not my preference. Do your maths. So close there. Alright, this is pretty good for us. I do like this combo. Let's put this back even better. But the question we have to ask ourselves at this point is, okay, how much do we want to go for in this round? We're down by 2 cards. You know, what kind of synergy are we hoping to get out of our cards here? I don't love what we have on blue coins, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and pass here. Opponent can only play most opponents, unless you play my super fantabulous, extra spicy, roll the dicey deck. Just play Joachim twice in a round, so we're okay with that. It's basically like iced minus 4 points because the opponent gets the Joachim. So, and we can actually use Giga Scorpion on the Joachim to prevent the coup. All right, I kind of like getting Judah. That way, I can confidently put her back. We get Harald. There's really nothing else we really need in here except for Skjordal. Raiding fleet is good. All of this is pretty great synergy. I don't like having to roll between these ships. I wish I knew exactly which one I was getting, but I'm okay with either one. They kind of both serve the same purpose in this deck. I will get that out first. Harald just goes before you play all of your warriors, which is pretty much next.
Down with tyranny. Yes, that's the right shot.
And if the opponent is ever unwise enough to play Goturga Ved a turn before you play Iced, you can just go ahead and play the Joachim by playing Iced and then getting out the Joachim that way. So you do lose some value off of the damage there, but it's not so bad. Okay, let's go ahead and just get Harald set up here.
Up and at 'em, you lazy bastards! You'll sleep when you're dead.
I will flopped off 3 heads with 1 blow.
And we can set up Herkia. She'll start those random damage pings. Get our great swords up in value here. Now, we don't have a fantastic tutor with Hjalmar, so I'm actually probably just going to play him next. Unfortunately, that was a bad play on my part. We should have just gone for Hjalmar right away, but whatever we are.
No one can hide from me.
Note that he's an enemy unit. On-crate raiders are a unit. But Giga Scorpion is any unit too. But they do get hunting pack tutored out here. We'll see if it's bricked. No, good value. Oh, we just want to take away the coup value there. It's also a good chance he mulligans something, anticipating he'd be able to replay, so... Why mess with it when you don't need to?
Patience is not a virtue I am known to have.
No, unfortunately I don't have like a great way of killing Amir. Just because Hjalmar is so sad here. We only have Bloodthirst 2. So let's get Herky up here. She has Veil, so spying doesn't proc. And basically what he's trying to do here is just generate value off for coup. The units need to get spying in order to replay them. So the longer we can go without giving that to him, the better we're going to be. I don't want to feed him Hjalmar because Hjalmar does give him good removal value.
But who would love such a freak?
We might see a long ship here.
Everyone.
Well, he has devotion, so that's good to know. Alright, perfect. Let's go ahead and banish this Joachim. Perfect! Could coup the Hjalmar, which gets him a 7-point kill. Better than nothing. I'd do it. Maybe kill off Harald here.
Very corpses. Nay, feed our foes to the crabs while they still.
Oh, we could have taken the damage right away there, I guess. It's okay.
Don't ask a lady her age.
Ooh,
It's
out comes
uncommon.
Ball. Leader probably gets used here. On to Greatsword. Let's just go ahead here. Set this up. Shimmy Christmas.
Feeling a bit peckish?
Prepare to suffer and die.
Oh my gosh, man. These last two just, yeah, whatever.
Blood for foul blood!
Skjordal and Skjall play for the same number of points, by the way, so whenever you're making choices, you can make them based off of that. And then here, I'm just kind of looking to keep as many of his units on the board as possible.
Skellige and Sinfer shall stand ever together.
Either with my shield or on it.
So we played pretty well against the opponent here, but just not enough. That miscount round 1 was what really cost me this game. But I think you see here, this deck isn't all that spicy or new or different. I just think like the Skjall gets you a new target for Hjalmar, if you draw into him in time. But otherwise, I think this is a good time. It's not a dope, broken deck, but it is really good. It's pretty easy to play, approachable, and since we're just starting out this season, might as well start pretty easy there. Oh, by the way, I'm level 69, so deal with that. It is for the journey as well. So, you know, now that Yennefer and Geralt are together, I'm level 69. Coincidence? I think not. Until next time, though, friends, good luck on the path. Get out there, keep on Gwenting. Bye for now. Bye.